Hello and welcome to the Rebel Movement podcast with me, Tierra Womack, your host for today's episode. This is your new favorite No BS podcast, co hosted by myself and three other business mentors from around the world, where we cover everything from human design to sales magnetism, passive income streams, feminine embodiment, nervous system regulation, and visibility strategies so you can build your business your way, the Rebel way. So, first things first, I am hosting this month in the Rebel Movement membership, and the theme is all around human design in your business, how you can actually take human design and turn it into one of your most powerful tools for success in your business. So, today, I want to chat with you about marketing by design, or specifically marketing by energy type within your design, and what that can look for you in your business with some real world examples you can apply. So, let's dive in. Now, if you have your human design chart, and there are so many free resources out there to get your chart. I personally like geneticmatrix.com. So, again, if you don't have your human design chart already, you can go there, get your chart. But if you do, or once you have that in front of you, you're going to look for your energy type or type on your chart. So, looking at and starting with my projectors. For projectors to be in success, which is your signature theme, that is your feeling or energy that lets you know when you're in alignment. Okay. So in alignment with marketing, specifically for today's short podcast episode. When you're in that energy of success, you have to allow yourself to be seen. And this is not always the easiest for my projector clients, since many of you may hold bitterness and resentment because you've offered up advice in the past without an invitation and it wasn't well received. So the reality is a big part of your role as a projector is to show up online in alignment with your purpose and in alignment with the depth of your wisdom, right? Your intellect, whatever that message is that you are sharing. So this means offering up your wisdom via social media, for example. So sharing what you're passionate about, sharing what you're working on while resting as well, making sure you have that rest in. Remember, you're only here to work 2 to 4 hours a day, and then share your unique self along the way. So different mediums like podcasts, even text conversations with your clients, it's going to vary from projector to projector. So the important thing is allowing yourself to be seen and then exploring your wisdom publicly, because that will allow you to receive recognition and invitations along the way. So, with respect to the sales process as part of your marketing, it's important for you projectors to wait for the recognition or sale before pitching someone. And I go deeper into this in the membership. Okay. So, a projector, you should never be sending out unsolicited messages or pitching someone a program. The thing about it is, when you're doing that, you're going to start to feel bitterness, and then that's going to take you out of alignment. And we don't want that for you. You're not going to magnetize anyone to you in that energy. But if you wait for the other person to ask, how can I work with you? Right. Or that sense of energetic alignment, that will ensure you don't end up selling someone who hasn't recognized you for your amazing wisdom, and or end up in a situation where you feel bitter and resentful. Because when you're in alignment, you'll feel a sense of success, you'll feel a sense of ease and flow, and then the recognition and invitations, they really won't stop flowing when you're in your power. So you don't have to worry about that. Like, well, what if no one reaches out? They will. Okay. And so just make sure that you're sharing your offerings via your different marketing efforts. And the people are going to show up. They are going to be magnetized to you. They are going to be asking, how can I buy from you? So be mindful of not saying yes to every invitation that comes along, though, if it doesn't feel like a yes for you, if it doesn't give you that sense of success. Okay. Because you'll often settle for the next invitation that comes along because you're like, okay, I've been waiting, or I don't want to wait. And that's not a good thing. Only accept invitations that feel good to you, because the energy that follows from moving in those invitations is not going to be aligned. It's not going to feel good. And then my projectors with emotional authority, make sure you're riding that emotional wave to neutrality before entering into an invitation or a contract or a business type of marketing strategy even. Okay. Because you'll feel like you're being hounded by others because you seem hard to get, when in reality, you're just giving yourself some space to really figure out, like, is this really right for me? but you already said yes. So just something to pay attention to. Now, for my generator energy types, my fellow generators, because I am a 4-6 generator, for us to be in alignment with our signature theme of satisfaction, when it comes to marketing, we have to be responding. Okay. Responding in the marketing world could mean asking communities or online spaces, what kind of content do you want from me? So, for example, if you're a copywriting coach who helps female copywriters charge $20,000 a sales page, right? What kind of content would you want me to share? And then see what responses you get back. That will give you something to respond to. Because when we generators ask a question like this gives us more content to work with, right? Based on the comments, based on the responses. And it's a great way for us generators to come up with content topics for whatever medium we plan to use, whether that's podcasts, social media, doesn't matter. Now, for generators using your content to create more to respond to, that keeps us in that dance with the world, right? Because a healthy generator is constantly dancing with the universe because the universe is always going to give us things to respond to. So it's a really nice relationship to have. Okay. Now, engagement and call to actions in your marketing is really good for generators because, again, it keeps us in this dance with life, keeps us in that energy of being able to respond. And it helps us also build relationships with our community, which is really important to generators, in addition to my 4 lines out there, my fellow 4 lines. So in terms of which medium is best for a generator, look at your throat center. I go into the throat center more in the membership, but look at your throat center and then tap into the sacral response to really figure out which content is best. Do I want to do video? Do I want to do a podcast? Do I want to do a blog? Right. And then in the sales process related to marketing, you want to make sure that you ask others about the offerings they're interested in before going into the pitching process, if you're pitching at all, because by you as a generator inviting the other person into a conversation, that's again going to keep us in that dance of responding while also feeling that energetic pull if the person is correct or not, like feeling into our sacral. Okay. So as a generator, when you're working with someone new, make sure you feel lit up from the inside in that sacral. It should be exciting. You should feel a pull to work with them from your marketing efforts, from your sales efforts. And if it doesn't happen, that may not 99% of the time may not be the right person for you to work with anyhow. Okay. Now, let's look at my manifestors. Manifestors, you are here to initiate, you are here to inform, and that's exactly what you should be doing on social media. So, for my manifestor clients, like traditional marketing of showing up consistently is not going to work for you. You need to show up when you have the energy to support those initiations. So, use your marketing as a way to inform others of what you're doing, what you're working on, what your plans are. And it's a really great way from a marketing standpoint to keep your community informed of your business. And of course, like discern which medium you're going to use based on those throat activations that I spoke about earlier, those throat gates that are activated in your human design chart. Now, with respect to selling, this can really be a challenge for a lot of manifestors because you like to initiate. So building a sales strategy in along the lines of your marketing where you reach out may feel aligned for you because that's how you're designed to operate, but lean into if it feels correct for you, because again, it's not going to feel correct for all manifestors. And then on a sales call, you will want to lead absolutely because your work is very potent just by design, right? Like you like to get in, you get people a transformation, and then you get out. So make sure that the nature of your work is with the right person. Other people will respond to you. So don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Be direct with people. That's one of your gifts. Inform them of how your work will really leave them better off, right? And then you'll see a different caliber of conversions when you're working in that energy. And as a manifestor, also like be bold in your sales, be bold in your marketing. This very polarizing way, I mean, it can be deemed as polarizing. It's going to draw the right people to you, and you can then transform their world and then get back to refueling your energy until your next initiation arrives. Now, for my gens, my manifesting generators, marketing and sales is really a thing of beauty because I have witnessed a lot of manifesting generator clients have effortless marketing because they are embodying their uniqueness, their focus on their own their own self, right? It's like they're staying in their own lane, and that allows them to show up with ease. So if you're a gen, you might be thinking marketing is a challenge, and that may be just because to the outside world, it seems so effortless for you that you're like, okay, I must be doing something wrong, or I'm not doing enough. But show others what it means to be themselves and empower others to do the same by sharing your story, sharing your gifts, continuing to do that. And I truly believe that marketing will continue to feel effortless. Now, a manager putting themselves out in the world may be a challenge for some of you because you want to make sure you know enough before you share, or you're able to like really back up your point of view. Okay, so this very often has led a lot of my managing clients to avoid marketing altogether until they feel ready. But that shouldn't stop you from growing your business, right? Like stepping out there, as long as you're in alignment and really feeling into your authority to make sure you're in alignment with the types of marketing and the messaging that you're putting out there. Because you as a manager, you're going to have multiple irons in the fire. You're very multi-passionate, and you in fact should be focusing on multiple things. So, just think about that when you feel like you're juggling different platforms in your marketing. Many manifesting generators I've worked with over the years, they take a minimalist approach to marketing because somehow, against all odds, they still grew their business. So I have found this to be very true because you as a manager can build relationships where you can leverage the different parts of yourselves and your uniqueness and grow via those relationships. So really, your strategy when it comes to marketing is to visualize the outcome, respond to your community, and then inform them of what you're going to be doing. So it's a combination of the generator strategy of marketing I already covered and the manifestor strategy that I've already covered. Okay. So this is really how you should show up in your marketing. And you're always going to do well when you have someone to bounce ideas off of and support you in implementing the marketing. Since you move very quickly, you'll often skip steps. Okay. So having generators or someone else that can help pick up those details is really great and really beneficial to you in your marketing. And then in terms of sales, I always recommend every manifesting generator put up a wait list before you launch anything, because this is going to gauge the interest if your community is, if it's even worth the energy putting it into an offer, a product or service on your behalf. And then it gives you something to respond to. And then you can inform people of what's happening when the time is correct. Okay. Because you have so many different ideas, and you're usually bouncing different ideas through your brain and trying to figure out what you're going to move with. So that wait list will be very helpful for you. And then lastly, we have my reflectors. So for my reflectors, your environment always determines your success. And if the environment is wrong, you're going to struggle to find success in your marketing and even in your sales as it relates to marketing. Because you, as a reflector, you're a non-energy being. So you don't want to juggle multiple marketing efforts or platforms like my gens may. Right. Same goes for sales. You'll want to focus and cultivate one platform and build that community that feels really good to you and is a mirror of the world that you are creating. So for you as a reflector, you really want to have a supportive work environment. You want to make sure that you have a set place to work and you have a set community space for your marketing efforts, and you're a mirror of those you're around. So make sure that you really focus on the tone you want to set for your marketing efforts and your sales conversations. And if you're feeling off, you just probably need to cultivate more of a community, okay? A community around you, I should say, because you have such deep wisdom about the collective, and you can really leverage your wisdom to create content and share stories and really showcase the depth of the collective and of your wisdom, because you're a very deep person. You have such a great deal of knowledge about the world. So it's a great gift when it comes to sales and marketing, but just make sure that you're in the right community, right? Because in the wrong communities, you will feel like a sense of toxicity from others, and it's not going to feel good to you, bottom line. When it comes to your marketing, when it comes to your sales, ultimately, it should really give you a sense of happiness. And in those right environments, you're going to be welcomed in by those who are right for you, that those that are your fractal. So even when you're launching something new, you'll want to give yourself lots of space to discern if the marketing efforts or the sales offer is correct. Like take the time and space you need to get it correct. This space, this time is going to give you insights that you really need that are critical for you moving forward with your marketing. And then the space is going to allow you to really end up in those correct environments at the correct time with the correct people, because that's so important for you as a reflector. All right, so I hope that this has been helpful. Leave a comment, reach out. Let me know what works for you when you implement marketing by your energy type. Let me know what shifted for you, if anything. Again, I go much deeper in the Rebel Movement membership, not just on human design, but money, mindset tips, and different tactics that you can use in your business to bring in more success. So, if you'd like more info on the Rebel membership, the Rebel Movement membership, the link is in this episode's notes, and you can join us inside for just $1 for your first month as a gift to our podcast family. So, if you're looking to challenge the status quo of the online space, any conflicting guru noise that you're hearing all over the place, any one size fits all roadmaps. And if you are ready to build a business that fits your life and your lifestyle, make sure you continue to tune in. We drop episodes every single week. Make sure you review. Let us know what landed for you. Share the Rebel Movement podcast with a few business besties that you know are ready to be in their rebel energy. And I'm excited to get your thoughts on the episode. All right, y'all. Until next time. Ciao.